what sort of things do you put in place to make sure that your team is happy and satisfied with the client work? They feel like they're growing or progressing or happy. What sort of retention mechanisms or tactics even have you put in place? And then obviously, I know Chet that you have some really interesting ones as well that in regards to continuing ed even. But we'll kick it off with Joe in that regard.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good question, and I think it's what a lot of firms think about when you realize how much your team does for you. Losing a team member is obviously difficult for the company to try to replace, and then even for motivation amongst the team. So it's something we spend a lot of time thinking about, and anxiety is probably a good word for it. Just knowing how valuable they are to the organization. So one thing we do is, all of our bookkeepers work from home, because that's where they've kind of identified this is where I get life. I can be super engaged. I can do work really well if I don't have to come to the office. It just makes life so much more complicated. There's so much more logistics with trying to get to the office every morning. That's one thing we've said. We've got offices here that they could work from, but understanding how your team works is going to be huge. If you can deliver something no other firm can deliver, it's obviously going to help you if there's just less places that they can find employment. If you're the best of the best, and if you give them those basic kind of things that they want, that's going to be kind of step one. If you don't have that, kind of good luck retaining them with culture if you don't even deliver the basic need. So we start with that. One thing is just this kind of team mentality of our culture. We do a once-a-month meeting where the whole team gets together and we share stories. We kind of walk through some admin. I just think that face-to-face interaction, you just can't beat it with, like a Zoom call or GoToMeeting. Video calls are great. We intermix those, but that monthly face-to-face, give a side hug, give a handshake, let them know I care about you, I think about you. I want you informed of what's going on in the business. I think that's big. Another one is just that team appreciation in the form of not so much salaries, not so much benefits, but their voice being heard. Like, hey, this is our organization. I want your feedback. You're part of this story. That can make someone feel so much pride in their work of, yeah, I could work at the CPA firm and make double, but I'm going to have to work 80 hours a week. I'm going to have to drive in, and I might be a number there. I'm not going to compete with a CPA firm on salary, but I sure as heck can deliver this kind of amazing feeling of pride in your work and feeling appreciated. And that's kind of my job as a leader, is making sure people feel that they feel that they're contributing, that they feel like they're making a difference in the world. So if you do that and you're making people feel appreciated, I don't think you're going to have any trouble retaining.